Welcome back. Those are new to this channel, this is Giant. So if you're new to this channel, we have started a Discord channel, like just a students community where we just share the knowledge to each other. It's just knowledge sharing over there. I have given a link in description. Click out on the link and do join on Discord channel, guys. I'm looking forward to see you over there. Like it's just a knowledge sharing. You gain knowledge over there. Like in today's video, we are going to discuss about the top 5 podcasts which I recommend everyone should listen. So when I say podcast, like you've been after a heavy tired day, you've been listening some music. So while traveling some places, you've been listening some music. So instead of listening some new movie songs, like listening podcast, it gives you like some new ideas and like it's just a productivist. So I feel like whenever traveling, like whenever like you are traveling, when you have free time, you just instead of listening to movie songs, instead of listening to song, listen to podcast. It gives a it gives a good innovation ideas, and some cases you will get some motivation stuff. So it's completely it's a good for you. So this is what I feel like. I even suggest to my friends like listen to podcast instead of listening to movie song, listen to podcast. It's going to help you in your life in some way. So in today's video, I'm going to share the top 5 podcasts which I recommend everyone should listen as a student. Guys, so let's start one by one. The first podcast, I've been listening to this podcast for last 3 months. So it's an amazing podcast. The podcast name is Mission ISRO. Okay, this screen, guys. So before getting the podcast, I recommend everyone to get a Spotify premium account. Like if you have a student ID card, you can get a free Spotify premium account. It just cost 60 rupees, I guess. So for a college student, paying 60 rupees is not a huge deal. So you can get this Spotify account by using student's ID card. You can get this student discount. Why? Because if you have premium account, you will get a free streaming and you won't get ads in between, so you won't get distracted. So I recommend everyone should get a premium account. It just costs you'll get a 50% discount in the Spotify. Use student side card. So the first thing in our list is Mission ISRO. Why I'm suggesting the first thing is this is a very very important podcast. Every Indian student should listen. Why? Because it's history of our space, and in this podcast before discussing what is podcast, we need to appreciate the efforts took by Harsh Bogla. So it's a commentary of sports. So the way he narrated the podcast, it was fabulous, guys. I just impressed the way he narrated. So in the podcast, there Harsh Bogla will be narrating how Indians started the space, how they launched, how they sent the first spaceship to the to the space. So it's amazing podcast. And then nowadays, because of technology, we have so many things to do. But in those days, we don't have any technologies. They just use cycles for transporting the materials, for space materials. So it's amazing podcast. Every Indian should read. They should know what's the space and how the struggles is been made from past few years, how they got success. So it's inspiration story. I recommend every college student should listen to this podcast. Yes, guys, that's the first podcast I recommend everyone should listen. The second podcast is Daily Roast. This is the one. Why? Because Daily Roast, we have been so many things to do in our daily life. We won't follow news channels and we won't read newspapers, and we are not getting time to read newspapers and news the articles. So the Daily Roast amazing app. They just have videos podcasts of 10 minutes to 15 minutes where they just they read the headlines of the news happen in the country today, and then the best feature of this podcast, they even cover international news. So the amazing podcast. Just spending 10 days after eating a dinner, just go for a walk, and while going walk, just listen to this podcast. You'll get the updates of day-to-day news, what's happening around yourself. So it's important to know what's happening around yourself. So instead of reading those huge newspapers, use articles on internet, just plug on earphones and put in ear after dinner. Just go for 10 minutes walk and listen to podcast. You'll get all updates of news, what's happening in daily life. The best thing, as I said, internet, they used to cover international stuff too. So the best podcast, I recommend everyone to listen every day. It's just 10 minutes, spending 10 minutes for getting knowledge. It's going to help you. It's not going to waste of time. There's a second thing in our list, guys. As guys, that's the Daily Roast, our second thing in our list. And then the third thing is Stanford podcast. This is the best podcast. So if you're a techie guy, and if you're computer science students, if you're interested in technology stuff, this is the best podcast to start listening podcast. The way they have so many future technology stuff in it. Every week, I guess they're uploading 2 podcasts in it. If you're a techie guy, you just have to listen to this podcast. The way they just have, it's interview, some podcast they're interviewing people of current technology world, they're discussing what future technology. And even the best thing is they had a live interaction with the some CEOs and then some business persons. You'll get a experience of them. So the best podcast Like the podcast name is The Future of Everything by Stanford University. It's the best podcast I suggest every college student should listen. At least if you're interested in technologies, you just have to listen to this podcast, guys. That's for the fourth. The Stanford was the third thing in our list, and then the fourth thing, this like amazing podcast by Jim Quick. Yes, guys, I don't know how many people who know about Jim Quick. He's the best brain coach in this area. Like he's the best brain coach. He just train the students how to train your mind, how to prepare for yourself for studying tips, and he just provides some study tips how to product your day. And then even he just had some live experiments how to deal with your mind, like right, like if you're listening some classes, your mind will be like somewhere, and you're listening some classes, you won't able to focus on something. So Jim Quick is the best person. If a person like you are not focused on some tasks, and so you're not focused on learning stuff, Jim Quick, like he just have so many ideas and so many practical experience to just implement in your life. You'll get a good productivity. This is a podcast and Quick Brain with Jim Quick. This is a best podcast. He has so many I guess it's a 226 episode right now. I've been listening this like first 8 months. I felt really I felt fabulous. Why? Because he just has so many tips to students. Even if working employee, you can have this podcast, because as a working employee you won't get time to spend your family, and you won't get time to spend yourself. You just need to work, running behind the work. So like following in podcast, you'll get some tips how to manage your time, in the sense like you just need we're not robots. Like we cannot just keep on like focus on work. We need to spend some time with family, and the important part, we need to spend time with ourselves. We need to have some relax. So for that, he just have so many tips. Just follow, listen to this podcast. You'll get amazing benefits, guys. Guys, Jim Quick was a fourth in our list, and then the final thing in our list is like the 7 Good Minutes podcast. Why I'm saying this podcast is best podcast? Like in your busy day, we won't spending time on our tasks, and then sometimes even having some motivation videos while saying in YouTube. Like even we won't focus on some work, and we feel lazy to do works. And then in this podcast, they teach all lessons. Like it's like a self-learning lessons. And then the best part is it's a life skilling training. They teach us how to skill yourself. Like you may be interested in some stuff, but you don't know how to implement that. So like it's just a 7 to 8 minutes podcast in every day. If you want after, as soon as waking in the morning after fresh up, just listen 7 minutes of podcast every day. You feel like convenient to start your day. It's just a motivation to start your day, guys. Guys, that's it for today's video, and I hope this video helps you. Like those who are watching this video, let's try to listen this. Not try, like you have to listen to this 5 podcasts. It gives you like a new improvement in life. You feel some difference. I've been following this podcast from last 5 years. I feel so many changes in my life. I want everyone to watch, to follow and to listen to this podcast. And then even if you want, you can share this video to your friends so that even they can listen to this podcast. That's it for today's video, guys, and do subscribe my channel. It gives me motivation to do more videos. Yes guys, do subscribe. And then if you want me to speak in particular topic, do comment that topic in the comment section. I'll try to make the video happen. Yes guys, thanks a lot. We'll meet you soon. Bye.